Good morning, Standard 7. Once again, I'm before you, and yesterday I had shared with you the first video of this chapter number 6, which is about the Delhi Sultanate, and that video contains the comprehensive details about the Tughlaqs, the rulers, their major contribution, the drawbacks during their reign, and other topics. Now, in this second video, I'm going to cover up the remaining topics. I will mention you about the invasion of the Timur-Lenk. I will discuss about the Sayyid and Lodi dynasty, and finally I will go for the timeline period. Okay, so students, as I have mentioned you that Firoz Shah Tughlaq was a capable ruler to a great extent, because during his reign you will see there was improvement in social aspect of people, in social aspects, in political aspects, although leaving the exceptional cases. If we will move to the era of Firoz Shah Tughlaq, we see that his era as a ruler, he ruled for quite a long time, and that was because of his efficiency. He ruled almost for 37 years. After his death in 1388, again there was a chaos in the society, and that chaos occurred because of lack of efficient rulers, war of succession. Nobles became again very powerful, revolt by the governors and local chiefs. So all these again created a scenario of chaos in the country, in the empire. Now, this gave the opportunity to the foreign invaders as well as. See, in 1398, a man from Central Asia named Timur-Lenk invaded the country. Timur-Lenk was a ruler from Samarkand, and he especially ruled this country, Samarkand, which is located in Central Asia. So he had a dream to build a vast empire. For building vast empire, you know that a large army is required, and for feeding and maintaining that army, you need the resources and finance. So ultimately, he started looking towards India like other foreign invaders. In case of Muhammad of Ghazni, we have seen how he invaded and plundered the country and took away the enormous wealth of the country along with him. So same happened with Timur-Lenk also. He got the opportunity because of lack of efficient rulers also. There was no strong and efficient rulers to oppose him. So ultimately it was very easy for him to attack India at this time. And in 1398, when he attacked the country, he not only plundered and looted the country, but during his stay of 15 days in Delhi, he converted the Delhi into a virtual desert, and there was no strong rulers to oppose him. So ultimately, the condition was again very ruinous, and again it was very deteriorating also. Timur-Lenk, after he moved back with with the enormous wealth to his country, he left the administration of Multan, Dipalpur, and other acquired territories into the hands of Khizr Khan, who was his governor. Now, when Timur-Lenk died in 1405, again there was in India. Now, again we have seen there was a scenario of political chaos. Ultimately, Khizr Khan, who was the governor appointed by Timur-Lenk, he declared himself as the ruler of Delhi Sultanate by laying the foundation of Sayyid dynasty. Yes, he led the foundation of this Sayyid dynasty in 1440, and in this way the new dynasty came into existence. Again, in Delhi Sultanate there was a new dynasty. Now, Khizr Khan, after his reign, the rule passed into the hands of his son Mubarak Shah. Mubarak Shah was a capable ruler, but he did not rule for a long time. Now again there was an era of chaos, because the two rulers of Mubarak Shah were again very weak and incompetent. So ultimately again there was a chaos in the society. Now, taking the advantage of the situation, the man named Bahlul Lodi, who was actually the governor of Punjab, Afghan governor he was, and he attacked the last ruler, Shah Alam Sayyid. And in that attack, Shah Alam Sayyid, being an incompetent and inefficient ruler, he was defeated by this man, Bahlul Lodi. And Bahlul Lodi, after defeating him, he established a new kingdom named as Lodi dynasty. Okay, so in 1451, again a new dynasty came into existence in Delhi Sultanate, which is named as Lodi dynasty, founded by Bahlul Lodi, who was a Afghan governor from Punjab. Now, this after the era of this man Bahlul Lodi, the rule came into the hands of his son Sikandar Lodi. He was a very efficient and able ruler. During his reign, there was improvement in social life of the people, in political aspects also, in economic aspects also. We are saying that improvement and development. The trade also was revived during his reign, and he shifted his capital from Delhi to Agra. Now, after the death of this man, Sikandar Lodi, the rule passed into the hands of Ibrahim Lodi. Ibrahim Lodi was not as efficient as his father was, and because of his inefficiency and weakness, he was very, as well as he was very cruel and harsh ruler. So, because of his cruelty and harshness, he was very unpopular among the masses. So, he was not liked by the public also. So in the meanwhile, the man named Daulat Khan, okay, he was actually a Afghan noble. He invited Babur, who was actually a ruler of who was a ruler of a small kingdom in Central Asia. He invited him to attack India, and in this way, Ibrahim Lodi was attacked by Babur in 1526, and in this way, the era of Delhi Sultanate came into an end, and there was an emergence of a new dynasty with the invasion and victory of Babur, and in this way you will see there was an emergence of Mughal dynasty in India. So now again there will be a new stories which is related to this dynasty. So here the chapter is over. Now I am covering the timeline period, okay, so that the concept can be very clear to you. So please just have attention on this. So just sorry for the intervention, students. So just have a look here. This is the timeline period. Okay. Now, if we will see this era of the Tughlaqs, the Sayyids and the Lodis, you will see that the Tughlaq dynasty, the dynasty was founded by Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq, okay, Ghazi Malik, who renamed himself as Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq. So in 1320, he founded the Tughlaq dynasty, which continued to rule till the death of Firoz Shah Tughlaq, that is 1388 CE. After that, there was an invasion of Timur in 1398. After that invasion in 1398, the man named here Khizr Khan, okay, Khizr Khan, in whose hand actually this Timur Lane has given the administration of Multan and other acquired territories. Khizr Khan, he declared himself as the ruler of Delhi Sultanate and founded a new dynasty known as Sayyid dynasty in 1414. And this dynasty continued to rule till 1451, when Alam Sahad Sayyid, who was the last ruler of this dynasty, who was overthrown by Bahlul Lodi. Now this man, Afghan governor Bahlul Lodi, he actually took the advantage, and he, seeing the weak and inefficient rulers, he attacked Alam Shah Sayyid and overthrew him and founded and established a new dynasty known as Lodi dynasty in 1451, okay, which continued to rule till 1526, till the attack of Babur, okay. So this is the timeline period of your Tughlaq, Sayyid, Timuri invasion and your Lodi dynasty. Now here the chapter is over, students. So I don't think so there is any problem. If there is any problem, please mention me in the comment. The chapter is over. I am giving you the question and answers and everything. Please go through the chapter, revise the chapter, and please subscribe my channel for getting the timely informations. Thank you.